Microsoft releases their first major update for the Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S. Welcome everybody and thank you for joining me. So the Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S has been out for about 3 weeks now, and Microsoft has decided to roll out their first major updates for these consoles. So the first new thing that they gave us is more dynamic backgrounds. Now honestly, this is not really something I care about because I spend most of my time in game and not on the dashboard, but I do know that there are some people who like to change theirs. And then the next update Microsoft is giving us is a feature that makes it a lot easier to see which games is using auto HDR. Now this is a feature that is quite simple to use. You just press the guide button on the game and then you know which of the games is using the feature. Also, just quickly, I was looking all over the place for a video from Microsoft, or at least a proper blog post that shows off all of these new features and updates, but I could not find anything anywhere. So I am using Brad Sams as a source here. As always, he does an amazing job laying everything out. He is one of the only true Microsoft insiders. I am going to put a link to his video and channel down in the description. Please go and check his work out. But moving on, Microsoft is also making it a lot easier to find out which games is optimized for the Xbox Series X and S by adding those badges to the games. Now this is something that I thought was already a thing because it show up very clearly on Game Pass which games is optimized, but I guess they did not do it in the store up until now. They also added a filter feature, and this way you can sort your games so that only the optimized Xbox Series game shows up. Then up next, if there is more than one person in a household who is playing on the same console, adding family members is also a lot easier now. You do not have to use the Xbox app anymore. This new update from Microsoft allows you to go directly and do it on the console. I know this is something that a lot of people use, so it is good to see that update. Then the next update is something that I already spoke about, and that is the fact that Microsoft is trying to make it a lot easier for people to pre-install games. Previously this was a feature that was only on the app, where they will allow you to pre-install a game even if it is not released yet. This is obviously great because it means that when a game launches you can play it immediately, provided of course that there is no day one update, which there usually is. So that pretty much sums up the whole update. Again, this is the first major update for the Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S. They did give us a few small updates at launch. That is pretty much standard for any new console, in fact pretty much standard for any new hardware, but this is the first major one that actually has changes that people have been asking for. And this is something that might look simple or silly or not important, but it is all of those little things that makes the user experience. Sometimes you do not notice a problem until you start browsing through a dashboard looking to change a setting, or browsing through a store looking for a game, and then you start to notice these type of issues. So it is good that they do these type of updates and that they roll them out on a regular basis to ensure that the user experience is good for everybody. And I'm sure this will be the first update of many. They already made major updates to their store, which is good to see, especially since we are moving more towards the digital space. So I'm glad to see that this trend is continuing on the dashboard as well. But on that note, this is where I'm going to end it. So if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button. If you would like to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing. And as always, please remember to stay safe, wash your hands, don't touch your face, and I hope to see you again soon.